In the CNN Newsroom, Tony Harris and Heidi Collins.
Just past the half hour. Welcome back, everyone, to the CNN Newsroom. I'm Tony Harris.
And I'm Heidi Collins. Quite a scare in the air. Passengers aboard a Qantas flight report hearing a loud sound, and then oxygen masks started falling as the plane lost cabin pressure. This dramatic footage from inside the 747 shows the descent, which you can tell pretty quick. Pilots then made an emergency landing in the Philippines. All 345 passengers got off the plane shaken, but not injured.
There was an almighty crack. You could hear something happening, and then the oxygen masks fell down, and you started dropping down, ears popping, that sort of stuff.
This was the problem. Take a look at that. Gaping hole in the plane's fuselage near the wing. Joining me now from Washington, former NTSB Managing Director Peter Goelz. Thanks for being with us. I'm certain that there's an investigation that will take place. So some of what we're going to ask you, I understand your answers may be preliminary, but let's get to how on earth this could have happened and what exactly the fuselage is, because there may be people out there who really have no idea.
Well, the fuselage is the skin of the aircraft, and it's probably no more than a quarter of an inch thick of aluminum, and it keeps the binds the aircraft together. Mm-hmm. And these kinds of rapid depressurization they're not unusual events, but what is unusual is to see a hole like this in the side of the plane. I mean, that is really extraordinary.
All right, we'll talk a little bit, if you could, and I may be off base here, but about the blowout panels. Aren't there panels that are somewhere near there that would allow for some sort of release, if you will, so that we wouldn't end up with a massive hole in the aircraft?
Yeah, there are. The planes are designed to encounter this kind of problem in flight, and there are blowout panels which will release the pressure and designed specifically to prevent this kind of rupture of the fuselage. I can tell you the investigators will go back and take a very close look at a wide range of things, but a couple they're going to look at closely is they'll look at the ground handling situation before the plane took off. Did any of the ground handling vehicles inadvertently bump into the plane, cause a dent? They'll look at the maintenance of the plane. Was there any kind of repair made to the fuselage in the past?
Because these blowout panels do come out and have to be put back in properly.
That's right. And if there was even a very modest dent or tear inadvertently put into the skin of the aircraft there, that could lead to this kind of really dramatic tearing. And they'll look carefully at the metal to see whether, in fact, there was some sort of event inside the cargo hold that caused this. The metallurgists can easily tell whether there was an explosion of some sort inside or whether this was a ripping, tearing event, whether it was caused by fatigue around the fasteners. They'll get to it. The New Zealanders have a very good investigative arm. Okay,
very good. Quickly, before we let you go, people at home, maybe those even in the airport today, they see this video. It is not a very calming sight to see, obviously. And the air masks coming down. Talk to me about altitude there when you have a rapid depressurization event like this. Is it 14,000 feet when they come out?
Well, it's usually anything 12, 14,000 feet. I mean, the key thing here is you ought to pay attention when the flight attendants give you that briefing. We all tend to ignore it. And the reality is this should give some comfort to people. These aircraft that we're flying in today are tremendously robust, airplanes. And they can take a hit like this. And the pilots did the right thing. There was no one injured. A pretty good endorsement for the system we have.
Yep, I think so too. All right, Peter Goelz, always appreciate your insight, former NTSB Managing Director. Thank you.
Thank you.